Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Matter of Opinion. I'm Walls P.
It's your boy Ray the Dawn.
We got two special guests.
Crazy Haiti.
And we got my man Freezy. Say what's up to everybody. Alright. So we're gonna do a yes sir. So we're gonna do a rapid sports talk today. Basically for the playing games and for the NBA playoffs that's coming up. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
we're going to cover who do we believe get the league rewards, such as MVP, Rookie of the Year, things of that nature. Then we're going to talk about who do we think is going to win for the play-in games, different scenarios for playoff matchups, and who do we pick for the NBA Finals. For, who's going to be the matchup. So, without further ado, let's dig right in. All right, so, off the top, who do you guys pick for the MVP of the league? Who do you think? I'll ask you first.
MVP of the league?
Yeah.
I'd have to say Joker, as of now, because he's the only one who hasn't been injured, and he played majority of the season.
Okay. Who do you got?
I'm still sticking with my man Devin Booker.
Devin Booker?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, Freezy, who do you got for the MVP?
I got Jokic.
I definitely got.
I agree with all his points.
I gotta agree with Jokic too, man. That's one big man that's almost averaging a triple double.
Okay, so that's 3 for Jokic and Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Quick question: if no one was hurt at all this year and everybody played all their games, who would your MVP be?
I'd have to probably give it to. You want to take it first, or you want to take it first, Freezy? James Harden?
My man.
Yeah.
My man.
I gotta give it to James Harden too because this guy was balling. Remember when he came from the Rockets, everybody was saying, yo, your man is fat and out of shape.
Yo, he had a fat.
Yeah.
he finessed the league.
Yeah.
He came to numbers like, yo, he just lose like 20 pounds overnight.
Instantly, yeah. So I gotta give it to Harden. He knew what he was doing to get out of there.
Well, and banging on a triple-double the first game.
He knew. All right, so Rookie of the Year, who do y'all give that to? I'll start with you, Freezy.
I like LaMelo. But that kid in Minnesota, he's been balling.
Yeah, I can't deny that. I can't deny that. Who do you got? Yeah.
I'm still sticking with Flynn just because of his clutch shots, man. His clutch
on
shots.
The Raptors?
Yep. He saved us in a lot of games.
See, we still gotta get on. We still gotta get on him about the Raptors. We still gotta get on him about the Raptors. So we'll save that for later on.
I think it's LaMelo.
Yeah, I gotta give it to LaMelo too, cause he's been balling, man. Like I said, his team made it to the play-in game, so that's like what made me give the edge to LaMelo.
Okay.
For that specific reason. All right, GM.
Shout out to Hallenberg in Sacramento too.
Yes. I'm glad you remembered that. Yes. Who do you guys pick for GM of the Year?
GM of the Year?
Yes.
Marks.
Sean Marks.
From the Nets.
Yeah.
Sean Marks
goes to the Nets.
I think that's all across the board. Everybody gotta give it to the Nets. Getting those big three. Then adding Blake Griffin.
The strategic moves is just impressive.
Yeah. Aldridge.
Before that, all that Madrid, all those salaries he taking, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well overdue.
They basically had a playoff team with no All-Star.
Correct.
Like prior to, the guys coming there. So yeah, I agree. Sean Marks, definitely. All right, Defensive Player of the Year. Who do you give it to, Ray?
I don't have a pick for this, so.
You don't have a pick?
Nah.
All right, for me, like I said, I got to go with Bam Adebayo.
Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah.
I'm more so with Ray on this. I really don't. But if I had to, I'd say Ben Simmons.
Okay.
If I had to.
Who you got, Freezy?
Yeah, I'll give it to Ben Simmons, but I want to give an honorable mention to Dylan Brooks.
Okay.
I'm going to remain with my decision because it's a lot of players and it's close. To me, it's close.
Yeah. I mean, they did have guys like that did do a hell of a job defensively this year or whatever. So, all right. As far as most improved player, who do you guys take the cup on that?
I think hands down that's Julius Randle.
Julius Randle?
Man, I gotta give it to CP, man.
Oh, it's not hands down. Nah.
For most improved.
Not improved.
CP3.
If you said MVP, that's different. Not improved. He's
He's even keel.
That's not.
Now if you say most improved team, or you know how he helped improve a team.
He's pushing for the Suns right now because
I'm about to say
Raptors aren't in it. He's pushing for the Suns.
His son's love is showing. His son's love is showing.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't even be that because CP3 is on an MVP level. He ain't no most improved. We've been really long, killing it. He ain't, I can't get that, but.
Yeah.
My pick, Julius Randle.
Yeah, because that's night and day.
I give it to him. I give it to him. I'm a Knicks fan, and when he first came to the Knicks, I didn't like the guy, but he definitely stepped his game up. And if you ask it to these delusional Knicks fan, even though I'm a fan, if you ask them, they'll think he's the MVP of the league. Which to me is bananas, but that's another story for another day. Look, man, I love my Knicks. I love the fans and everything, but y'all do be delusional. I gotta say that off the cuff.
It's the reefer.
All right, so Coach of the Year. Who do y'all got? Who do y'all give that to?
Man, we gotta stay over
the
Knickerbocker side with that.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to the
Suns coach.
Suns coach. Yeah. Just cause. Just cause. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, but that's a good argument.
That's him. MVP Suns. Look at it, Suns.
NBA championship Suns.
My whole bet this for the rest of the season is the Suns. We take it this year.
That's actually a good argument.
But you know what? I did call it. I said the Suns are gonna make it. The Suns are gonna be a problem.
You did.
But you also said that about the Raptors too.
Listen,
even more so about the Raptors.
Listen, you know, Toronto, they got a bunch of farms now with high levels of weed.
Oh man,
So the players was just vaping, huh?
Yo, the vape is real. Vape life.
All right, but so what are you gonna do if your boy Lowry leave?
I don't think he's leaving. I think he's gonna retire. He would choose to retire as a Raptor.
Too soon to retire.
You think he's gonna retire a Raptor?
I think so. I think he's gonna play one more year and then retire as a Raptor.
His contract is up after this year. It's up. He can go. He can walk away.
He can, but
after this.
he's already talked about he just wants to play one more year, and I think they're in talks about it. So
seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
So we'll see. We'll see. Because he said I don't want to go to any other team. I want to retire as a Raptor.
Okay.
If you hear it from a Knicks fan, well, not this Knicks fan, he's gonna come to the Knicks. All of a sudden, because you
know why he ain't gonna go to the Knicks? The reason why is because you gotta have almost a career-ending injury for Knicks to sign. Once you're damaged goods, that's when they'll sign you.
No, what I'm saying though is
until KD says, KD not getting KD.
Yeah. That was the one that he still had game.
Bruh.
But if you tear your Achilles or something and your game is done,
they want you.
The Knicks will,
throwing everything at you.
Exactly.
No, but it's just that, for some time that stigma with the Knicks that, no one wants to play there, which I believe. No one wants to mess with Jim Dolan, which I believe. But now all of a sudden that the Knicks are doing good, they are doing well this year, and they're where they're at. Now everyone's saying, they changed around the culture. People will actually want to play with us now. Who said that? Who said that?
That's 1 year.
That's what I'm saying.
For all we know, next year they could go back to. You get what I'm saying?
But my thing is, even if they're even hotter than they are now, how can they say we changed the stigma? People want to play for us. Who? No one came.
The only way you can make people want to start playing with you is if from this year they start building on more and more. Then they can say, okay, we had a culture change, but 1 year, come on. No, it don't work that way.
You don't understand.
A big problem with the athletes is that they don't like the fact that their gym where they practice is in Westchester.
Exactly. Yeah. Yo, do you know how far Westchester is from Madison Square Garden? And then you factor in the traffic? I used to, with my job, I was in New York a lot. So I know And then you're talking the games is like 7, 8 o'clock. So you're dealing that to get from Westchester to Madison Square Garden, that could easily be 3 hours. Easy.
4 hours with traffic.
Yeah.
4 hours with traffic.
That's what I'm saying. With traffic, minimum 3 hours. That's minimum. So yeah, like people ain't No, yeah, it's tough, man. So let's turn our focus to the playing games. Okay. So we got Lakers versus Warriors and Spurs versus Grizzlies. Who are you guys liking those matchups?
I'm definitely still sticking with the Grizzlies because I feel like if they come out swinging, it's over. It's a wrap for Spurs. And I'm gonna say Warriors because I feel like Steph gonna drink some Red Bull and he gonna get some wings. And he gonna get hot.
Then that would place the Lakers against.
Oh yeah, I want the Lakers to see the Suns.
That was Grizzlies.
They would see the Grizzlies.
They see Grizzlies first.
They would beat the Grizzlies, but
then they'll play Utah.
They'll play Utah, and I guarantee Utah will put some pressure on them. I promise you, Utah will surprise you.
Okay. Who do you got?
Pressure, yeah, definitely pressure. They ain't gonna be no cakewalk, but.
Who do you got?
I say Memphis as well, but that Lakers Warriors, I don't know, because if it was the best of 7, I'd say Lakers.
Yeah, because
Lakers
the one game
or 5.
It's just whoever's hot and whoever's cold.
That's the thing, and you coming against a hot Steph Curry right now, so I don't know.
Who you got, Freezy? Between Lakers and Warriors and Spurs and Grizz?
I would prefer the Warriors to win.
Okay.
This way will help my bracket.
Yeah.
Just for the Final Four, but I would love. Let's see. Spurs and Grizzlies gonna get that one.
Okay.
I see the Lakers playing the Jazz first round.
All right. For me, I'm going with the Warriors over the Lakers. For some reason, I'm thinking Spurs over Grizzlies. So Lakers will play the Spurs, and Lakers will take the Spurs. That I think. So it'll be Warriors versus the Suns and Lakers versus Utah.
So let me ask you this: who do you think would give the Lakers a better matchup, the Grizzlies or the Spurs?
I think Spurs would.
I think that too.
Yeah, I think Spurs would.
So that's why when you said I think Grizzlies could take out the Spurs because they probably won't look at it like no big deal. But if the Spurs got a chance to take the Lakers out, man. They're gonna put it on.
I think so. Like that's the one team that I think out of other than the Warriors, of course, but I think that's the one team out of the Spurs and Grizzlies that got a chance to give them fits.
I think.
Okay, I can see it.
Well, we're not gonna get the chance to see it because the Spurs gonna get smoked. So it's gonna be a wrap.
All right.
Yeah.
They're gonna get smoked.
So switch over to the East. We got Wizards versus Celtics and Pacers versus Hornets. So I'll start with you, Freezy. Who do you got for Celtics versus Wizards and Pacers versus Hornets?
I think the Celtics gonna pull it out. I would rather than play the Nets.
Okay.
It won't be easy for the Sixers.
Okay.
And see, they're gonna give it to the Hornets.
That one, I just say thank God it's not a best of 7 series, because that'd be such a waste of time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if that was the best of 7?
Yeah.
Like you.
What if oh damn.
What?
No, because for playing, I'm just glad it's a 1 and 0.
That's what I'm saying, one and done.
Because if Pacers versus Hornets was a 7-game
If that was a 7-game series, bro.
I'm gonna step even a
5-game.
I don't want to see that.
Bro, we were turning up to the first game. You'd watch the first 3 minutes of the half and like, what else is on?
Yeah.
What else is on?
Yeah. So who you got?
You know what channel is going on.
Yeah.
That's NBA TV.
Bro, I got Pacers.
You got Pacers?
I got Pacers, and that Washington Boston game, I want to say Washington, but
You think Celtics got it?
They're better equipped to get it, but from what they've been showing me all year, I'm hard to choose. I don't know, man. It's just
who you got, Ray?
Honestly, I like the underdogs, so I'm gonna go with the Celtics.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Celtics. Honestly.
Are they the underdog?
I believe so.
They are the underdogs in that fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As far as the Pacers and Hornets, bro, I'm not even watching that. Don't even ask me about that.
I'm gonna go with Wizards beating the Celtics, and I'm gonna go with Hornets beating the Pacers, and then Celtics ultimately
Melo, come out here, fall out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Hornets might be able to.
That boy LeVert.
Yeah, LeVert is a beast. Don't get me wrong, man. LeVert is a beast. But I don't know. I think Hornets may pull it out, man. If
I can give up Bruce Brown and Jeff Green for LeVert back, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
And I like those guys too. But
I do as well.
We got Blake, so he covers for that. And Bruce Brown, he's a tricky guy, but I'd rather have him.
Now, would you give up Blake and Green to get Jared Allen back?
Definitely.
You talk about Jared Allen and Claxton? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, since we got pretty much the brackets set up now, the play-in set up.
Okay, let's go back to the West.
Exactly. So, Utah versus Lakers. Who you got? And how many games?
Honestly, I really have faith in Utah. I think they can pull it off. But I say it'll be a 7-game series.
And
so Utah in 6?
And for the record, when we're giving our opinions to these brackets right now, this is with everyone healthy, right?
Yes.
No injuries, nobody out.
Yeah, so Donovan Mitchell is playing.
All right, so you got Utah beating Lakers in 7 games. What you got?
I got Lakers in 6.
I mean, you got to count a factor in there because AD he might pull.
We say injuries.
We're saying no injuries.
No injuries.
All right, so who you got, Freezy, between Lakers and Utah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lakers in 6.
All right, Lakers in 6. I'm gonna go with Lakers in 5.
I want to say 5.
I think Lakers in 5. Clippers and Mavs. I'll start with you, Freezy. Who you got? Clippers and Mavs.
I got the Clippers in 7.
Clippers in 7? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Clippers and Mavs. Clippers in 5.
And who you got?
I'm going to say the Mavs, man.
Mavs in how many games?
It'd be a close 7.
7?
It'd be game 7.
I'm thinking Clippers in 5. I'm thinking Clippers in 5. I just think they just have too much talent for the Mavs.
Yeah, they're gonna run. What I think, one of those games, they're gonna run into a hot Luka.
Yeah.
Who drops 50.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna lose that by like 6 points, and then after that, it's over.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. And if Luka,
that's why I always.
see, here's the thing. I think if Luka goes wild and Clippers survive the storm, I think it's going to break their confidence for the series. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
I'll break Luka's. They'll definitely break the team.
That's another person's name sorry to keep going back to it. That's another person's name they're trying to tie to the Knicks. Like maybe in a year or two, because he's showing frustration.
They try and throw everybody to the Knicks.
Look, they said he's showing frustration over there, and the fact that Porzingis is not cutting it. They said when his contract's up, they won't be surprised to see. Put it this way: when Zion played them a couple weeks ago, they had an interview and they said how you like play. Everyone likes playing Madison Square Garden, because everyone dreams about it.
They don't say I don't want to play there.
Yeah, so it's like, oh no, it was great. Playing here in front of these fans is great. So like they kept replaying it on the radio. You hear what he said? Hear what he said?
The reason why they're exacerbating that is because draft night Zion did want to go to the Knicks.
Bro, that is BS. I'm gonna tell you why it's BS. Okay. When Barrett had asked Zion, this is when they were doing the interview. This is when they were still in college, I believe, or whatever. But basically, close. You remember it? Close to the draft. It's like, oh, yo, Zion. They say you want to go to. They asked Barrett if he wanted to go to the Knicks. And he ain't saying that. He said, oh, he was like, he like played it off. He was like, yo, Zion, they talking to you. You want to go to the Knicks? Zion was like, oh, of course. They didn't want to go to no damn Knicks. They didn't want to, try to badmouth a team, especially knowing that one of them might get drafted by them.
That's true.
They didn't want to come. But nobody wants to play for the Knicks. If you're in college and you're a top player, you don't want to play for the Knicks. If you're a top NFL recruit, you don't want to play for the Lions. If you know what I mean? Like, it's certain teams you just don't want to play for.
I would say if you're a top...
It's not that bad.
Nah, it's not that. It's not Lions.
It's not Lions
It's
bad.
not Lions, nah.
It's not Lions bad.
See,
the Jets.
yeah.
20 years, 30 years, what's the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they might say the Jets.
See, the only reason why I would say people would take it as Lions bad because the last 20 years, anybody who's coming out of college now, all they known was the Knicks suck.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they're looking at
And
them
that same crowd. And that's
You said the Nets?
the Jets.
The Jets? Oh, the
And that
Jets?
same crowd. But shoot, at least the Jets went to the championship game twice, back to back with Rex Ryan and Marquis Sanchez. Don't forget
In the
Sanchez. Sanchez.
But they're a clown franchise. That's what I'm trying to say. You compare them to the Giants, like a clown franchise.
Yep. Because here's the thing. Even if
That's what the Knicks are to the Nets.
Even if you're a college player right now, that means you're coming out of the league about 19, 20 years old, right?
Right.
So even if you was born in that 2000 era and that 1999-2000 lockout season, Knicks did go to the championship against the Spurs. But bro, you were like a couple of months old. You know what I'm saying? You was a couple of months old, so you don't.
It means nothing.
Yo, it's just like they're like, yo, the Knicks won the championship in 73, 70, whatever. Okay, I wasn't born. Mm-hmm. And even the people who were like the Stephen A's, whatever, they're like, bro, I was in diapers. I don't remember that. So you get what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're 20 something years old, they look at the Knicks as the Lions, pretty much, as a Lions franchise.
And the thing about it is the Knicks have a bad rep with players.
That's because of Dolan.
Yeah,
Dolan.
That's why.
Yeah.
Look what they did to when they had him toss out the garden. Who was that?
Oakley.
Yeah.
They had another thing with Spike Lee.
Yes.
When he went at the wrong door, but he's been going through these doors all his life.
Yeah.
And I think
the fans that got the signs that say "Get Dolan out of here."
And I think they recently had something with Ewing.
Yeah, right. Ewing. They asked for his pass like 4 times.
Bro.
Like 4 or 5 times. He was like, "Yo."
How do you take your legends and? Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't care if I saw a holster on that man. That was Patrick Ewing.
Exactly. Exactly.
He can go wherever he wants in that building. But
Yo, Ewing is like Clyde Frazier to the Knicks. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Ewing is like Clyde Frazier to the Knicks. So for you to put it like this, Spike Lee. Spike Lee. The man who's in courtside every come on.
How much he pays for those seats?
Yeah, I know.
Act like you don't know who he is.
Like the Knicks mascot. Like, how you gonna kick out the mascot?
Yeah.
Deny him entrance.
And like I said, man, we got delusional fans who think every year we're going to the finals. And yeah, man, like I said, I'm a Knicks fan, but I understand 100% that Knicks fans are delusional. That I would say, it's bad. Stop being delusional, guys. Like, have realistic aspirations. say we made it to the playoffs. Let's build from here. Don't say we're going to the finals. Like, come on, man. And don't say I remember I was watching when they played the Nets, whatever. And granted, they did play when they played the Nets, whatever. It was close games or whatever. It was tough games, but. These people are thinking, if we see them in the playoffs, we got them. No! Come on, man.
They started a chant. They said, we want the Nets. We want the Nets.
Look, I sorry this segment went into Knicks, look, I'm happy they made it to the playoffs, but stop making your head go too big. That's the message I want to send to my fellow Knicks fans. But okay, so... Back to important matters. We got Denver versus Portland.
Denver versus Portland.
Yes.
I truly believe is the sneaky...
the wild card.
Of this bracket.
Okay.
I've yet to hear anybody mention it on the radio or on TV. Man, no one's really talking about it. But that matchup right there, And everyone's of course gonna go with Denver except me. I'm going with Dame Time and McCollum. I think they're going to get that series. I think that series will go the distance. 6 or 7. 6 or 7.
I'm still sticking with Denver, man.
Denver, how many games?
I say 6.
Freezy, how many games for you between Denver and Portland?
I see Denver in 6.
All right. Now, here's a question. For me, I think Denver's going to take it in 7 games, like last game. Now, here's a question for you guys. Except you. Would y'all be surprised if Portland won the series?
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
I mean,
because Murray's not playing. That's the main. If it was Murray, I say Denver in 5.
Okay. Would you be surprised?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I'd be surprised if it wasn't close.
Okay. Like if Portland ran
through
them out. Yeah, okay. If that was a blowout, like they just blew them out 4 straight games, yes, I would be surprised. People will start looking at it, I don't know, Portland might be,
you know the fans of Portland be like, because the Knicks fans, they be like, oh, we got this, we winning this year.
Marcus gonna get riled up.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, man, if that series goes to 6, you know, if there's a game 6, I'm betting the house on Portland.
All right.
And I don't care what the numbers are. The numbers could be, you know, 3-2 or whatever case may be. If it's going to game 6, if it's gonna go to that distance, bro, Lillard is gonna turn on a different gear, a different switch, and he's gonna carry it through game 6 and game 7.
Okay.
And seeing how there's no Murray on top of that, it's gonna be a wrap. If Denver wants to win that, they gotta do it in 5. They gotta do it in 5.
Since you're a Nets fan, I'll lend you my couch.
All right, this might be one of the most fun series on the West Coast. If it's the Warriors versus the Suns, I think that'll be an exciting.
Warriors
series.
versus the Suns?
Yes.
You think so?
Because they're two.
I think it's got enough firepower for them.
Who?
You said the Warriors. Are you saying Utah and the Suns, or are you trying to say Warriors and the Suns?
Warriors and the Suns. You don't think that'll be an exciting matchup?
No, we would destroy the Warriors.
With Steph Curry's like you get what I'm saying? Like you don't think it would be fun?
Hot Steph Curry, but the squad on the Suns, like
I understand that, but out of those games, what other game do y'all think would be more exciting or on the verge of Showtime?
On the West Coast?
Yes.
But you're automatically saying the Suns would play
if we said Lakers would beat Warriors would beat Lakers, that means Warriors would play the Suns. I think the Suns versus Warriors would be an exciting game.
It would be an exciting game. It'd be who's the better shot.
Yeah, that's what would make it exciting. That's what I'm saying.
To be honest with you, because a lot of
Devin Booker is flashy.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry, like any little thing Steph Curry does, the crowds go bananas.
But I still say Phoenix would trash them. Phoenix would trash them.
No, I'm not saying it's gonna be. They would. I'm just saying the excitement.
Yeah.
But you picked the Phoenix Suns to trash in how many games?
Oh, so you mean fan excitement?
Yes, I mean fan excitement. That's what I mean.
Just to see it. Okay.
It'll be a fun 5 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying a close game. I'm saying as far as excitement. Yeah, a fan excitement.
I know. Now I see what you're saying.
If you got hot stuff, I say it'd be a game 6.
Okay.
Game 6 decider.
Freezy, you said what game? How many games?
5.
5 for Suns, right?
Booker and CP3.
Yeah, I say 5 as well.
Woo.
Yeah.
I
say 5.
Steph's gonna get his, but
I think Steph. Yeah, I gotta give it Suns and 5. I think Steph will give you 1.
Yeah,
I think Steph will give you 1.
They ain't gonna see a sweat.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna get sweat.
Now, if they had Clay,
say if Clay, what 2 more wins?
Yeah, then it's a then it's a but yeah.
Throw the back brackets away.
Yeah. But all right. So
if they said tomorrow, Klay Thompson is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So with those matchups and everything, who do you think will be going to the Western Conference Finals? Because the teams that would be left would be the Suns, Denver or Portland, Clippers, and Lakers. So who do you think would be going to the finals?
Honestly, though, I say...
And with the way we got the bracket set up now, Clippers would meet the Lakers and Suns would meet either Denver or Portland. Well, we'll say majority rules and say Suns would play.
Oh, you said LA would meet LA in the second round?
Yes.
I still want to see my damn LA East Western Finals. But
So who do you think would be going to the Western Finals? Well, to the finals from the West.
If it's between the Clippers and the Lakers, I say the Clippers will pull it out by the edge.
Okay.
And then it'd be Clippers versus Suns in finals for the Western Conference.
Okay. What do you?
I can agree with that.
You just agree with that?
I lost a lot of faith in the Clippers because of
I know. So you going with?
To me, I was like, before all that, I was like, yes, I want the Clippers and the Lakers to go at it, and it's just like, man, it's like. I'm like, that's some punk move, man. That's why I'm mad at that. But
you just lost respect for it.
I'm gonna.
All right, let me ask you this, right?
Okay,
if the Nets, right? Let's just say for the sake of argument, if the Nets got blown out all season through Milwaukee, and they had a chance to, if we lose these 2 games, whatever, we ain't gonna meet Milwaukee. Would you be for it? For them to just tank them games, for them to blow past, not face Milwaukee in the first round?
Well, the thing about that is the fact that the way they went out last season.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's not. If they would have been like a new team, you know what? We just want to get our footing together.
Yeah.
But the fact that you blew a 3-1 lead and now you're trying to duck the champs.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. 100. Yeah, I could 100. I could agree with you on that. All right.
Yeah,
I could agree with you.
I wouldn't be upset with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, just want to see them in the final. The final. Cool. After that's done, y'all gotta prove yourselves.
I gotta give that to you. Okay.
Yeah, that is a way to look at it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. So you got Lakers over Clippers, pretty much.
No, actually,
you got Clippers.
I did pick the Clippers because
okay. Okay. So Clippers versus Denver. Clippers versus Denver, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
And that's for me. I would go with. I could go Clippers versus Denver, and if it's Clipper versus Denver, I gotta give the edge to Clippers. I say Clippers in 6 games. I say Clippers in 6 games, and Clippers go to the finals.
Clippers versus Denver.
I know you got Suns versus Clippers.
Yeah, I do. I really don't think Denver would have enough strength to pull it out from the Suns.
So who would you have between Lakers and Clippers? Who would you said you would pick Clippers?
Clippers, yeah.
So Clippers versus Suns.
And it'd be a game 7 between us.
And you got Suns.
Yeah. It'd definitely be a game 7 between
Suns.
Facts to life, bro.
Yeah. All right. So
okay, so I felt Denver was gonna come out. Picked them before the season started.
Okay, so you got Denver over the Clippers. Okay, how many games?
Too bad it won't happen.
He said too bad it won't happen.
Portland,
either or. Let's see. I'm gonna say 7 games.
7 games.
Denver has home court advantage.
That's okay. Okay. All right. And you have who out of Denver and Clippers, or is it Suns and Clippers?
Who said anything about Denver?
Oh, you got Suns and Clippers. Who you got?
Suns and Clippers. I say the Suns.
Decisions.
I'd say I want to say Clippers, but I'll say the Suns.
Suns?
I'll say the Suns edge them out.
And 5 or 6? How many?
Wait, crazy. Hold on.
Yep.
So you got the Suns beating the Blazers?
The what?
The Suns beating the Blazers.
That's who they would play.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have them beating the Blazers as well.
And then you got the Suns beating the Clippers.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many games? 5, 6?
6.
6 games. Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of the way we judging these things. There's gonna be a lot of drawn out series.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna be tired. Worn down by round 2.
So that covers the West. So pretty much for the West, we're saying that it's gonna be either the Clippers or the Suns for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Eastern Finals, Knicks and who?
The Knicks in Brooklyn.
All right, so Philly versus Wizards. Wait, actually, it would be Philly versus because it was split between Celtics and Wizards.
Split.
Yeah. I want to see. I actually would love to see.
They're advancing anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless of advancing.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna, since we say Wizards is gonna pretty much win whatever. Well, I know you, Freezy, said that Celtics. You want Celtics to win or whatever. But all right. So we'll play it like this: Philly versus Celtics or Philly versus Wizards, depending on who they play. Who do you like and how many games? If it's the Celtics versus Philly, how many games and who do you pick?
Celtics versus Philly?
Yes.
Celtics versus Philly. I say Philly 5.
5? Okay. What about you? Celtics versus Philly.
I gotta say Philly in 5 too as well. Honestly.
Okay. You, Freezy?
That sounds good, but I think they're gonna get swept.
That's the same way I was going. Philly for like 4 games straight, easily. So now if it's Philly versus Wizards, I'm gonna go with an upset, man. I think Wizards in 6. I'm gonna go with Wizards in 6.
Hold on. Wasn't that what we were just talking about?
That's because it's the play-in games. So we're saying if it was Celtics and Philly. But what if it's Philly?
What about the question you just asked me? That was Celtics and Philly. You just asked me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scratch that. Scratch that. My bad. I thought something about the Wizards. That's why I said it's gonna be Philly and
no,
and 6. No, Celtic. No, that's a sweep. No, that's a sweep.
He got so angry about it. He's like, no.
Can I hear him say? Well, he said, now let's move on to the Wizards and Philly. I'm like, wait, that's what we just did. He's like, no. That's what I'm looking at you. I'm like, did we just do that?
Nah, we did Celtics and Philly.
My bad.
So Wizards and Philly.
Sweep.
Wizards and Philly too?
No, for Boston and Philly.
Okay.
Boston's getting swept. Now, Wizards and Philly, I said it'll be 5.
Okay. And for Wizards and Philly for you?
Honestly, I still say Philly takes it out.
And how many games?
I say it'd be 6.
6?
Yeah.
What about you, Freezy?
2?
Yeah, Philly and 6.
Philly at 6? All right. So I'm the only idiot here. No, I'm joking. Knicks and Hawks. Who you got?
First of all, Atlanta Hawks. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna say the Hawks sweep them.
Okay.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
I'm just gonna say that.
I gotta admit
I don't like the Knicks, but I don't think it's not.
That's disrespectful. Put it this way, I don't know where to pick this series, but I'll play devil's advocate. I'll say if the Knicks were to win, I say the Knicks would win in 6. If the Hawks are to win, it's gonna be in 7.
That's kind of where I was going with it.
It's going to be in 7. I don't know where to pick, but if you're telling me the Knicks are going to win that, they're going to do it in 6.
It has to be in 6.
Vice versa,
If it goes to Game 7, Hawks is taking it, I believe.
It's going to Game 7.
I believe Hawks are taking it because that Knicks curse is real. So. What's your take on it, Freezy?
I should have it in reverse.
Okay.
I should have it in reverse. If it goes 7, I think the Knicks, the crowd powers the Knicks into the second round.
Okay.
I think the Hawks take it in 6.
Okay. Yeah,
Sounds good.
I go with if Knicks will take it, it'll have to be in 6 games. If it goes back to home, I think that the Hawks will smash them in the last game. That's just my opinion.
In the Garden?
Hit that up. And they're saying possibly 50%. Fans.
Yeah, but still in the Garden, I think Hawks would smash them.
Yeah,
Okay.
That because if Knicks have a chance to close out in Game 6 and they don't, all momentum goes to the Hawks, man. That's just
I think the first 4 games are gonna be split. They're gonna play each other.
Yeah. That's what I think.
And the Hawks close it out in 6.
I say the Hawks still game 1.
I could see that. I could see that.
1 and 2. Yeah,
I could see that.
They could see
that. Yeah, I could see that. They could probably take both. They could probably take both games, and then Knicks go back and pull it out too. So yeah, it's up in the air.
But look for that. Put money on there.
If you ask me who's the better team, it's the Hawks.
Yeah.
The Hawks is the better team.
As far as like on paper.
Yeah. Defensively, Knicks is the better team defensively.
Yeah.
Offensively, Hawks is the better team.
That type of play, the way the Knicks play, that helps you out through a regular season.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, no, it's a totally different thing. So it's like, that's not, because they put on high energy and good defense. Mm-hmm. But once the Hawks can zone in on you, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's gonna make a difference.
They're gonna chop it up.
They're gonna have to be really hot, or it could go away quickly.
They got to keep up the 3-point percentage, because their 3-point percentage have climbed exponentially throughout the end of the season.
Yeah.
If they can keep that pace with their 3-point shot and somehow get Young off his game early, you know what I mean? Like somehow slow him down.
Yeah.
Then they're in good.
No, we'll
they
see.
could be in trouble though. Yeah. What's the old boy that went to school with Zion and Barrett? The Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a handful.
Oh yeah.
If he come back, it's gonna be a handful.
I was always bullish on the Hawks, man. The Hawks is a good team. They started disappointing me in the middle of the season, but they picked it back up. All right, Miami Heat versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Who y'all like in that one? I'll start with you, Freezy.
I think someone's gonna come out with a bold hot take.
You can feel it.
So who y'all think is coming out of this?
Honestly, I think the Bucks will pull it off, man.
How many games?
I say it's gonna be a game 7.
7 games?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest with you,
I could see that series going 7
I can see it going 7. I agree with Ray. Bucks and 7.
I get
If it goes
maybe
7, then I would have to change my pick. I think Milwaukee in 6.
If it's set, like I think it's gonna be Heat, but in 7 games. I think it's gonna be Heat, but in 7 games. That's what I'm thinking.
If they go there, then I go with the Heat. I'll definitely change it because you don't want Jimmy Butler in the game 7.
Yeah. And the team that everybody is bullish on, the Brooklyn Nets versus either the Celtics or Wizards. So we'll start with Brooklyn Nets versus the Celtics. Me, 4 games, Celtics against the Celtics. I mean,
yes,
4 games for Brooklyn against the Celtics. That's what I think. It's a sweep.
Brooklyn in 4.
That's what I think. What do you think?
Honestly, I think Boston will give you one good game. So I say game 5.
Okay.
Game 5. Yeah.
What do you think, Freeze?
Nets in 2.
After game 2, refs like, it's all over.
Exactly. In game 2, the Nets win 121 to 2.
They've been snacking on leprechauns all season.
Yeah.
And the preseason.
Yeah.
They blew them out. It was I think with 3 blowouts in that one close game when they came back, but they were still blowing them out.
Yeah.
And with Harden back now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Next.
So what if it's Brooklyn versus the Wizards? I'll say Brooklyn win it in 5. I'll say 5. I think Beal and Westbrook can get you 1. I think they can get you 1.
They get you 1.
Believe it or not, I want to agree and say Brooklyn in 5, but something in my mind is something I should say Brooklyn in
Brooklyn in 4.
No, Brooklyn in 6, because I don't trust. I feel that against that team, they'll have one game where we just break down defensively, and just let these guys go on a scoring tear. Like one game, I think Beal and Westbrook can get themselves, but I feel that we're gonna give them one game, like where we beat ourselves. You know what I mean? For either dumb play calling by Nash, or Nash holding on to timeouts like he's gonna get rewards for him at the end of the games. I don't know what the hell he's doing. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's gonna be one game we're going to drop the ball and give them for Beal and Westbrook. So I would. Nets the 6.
I'm hesitant to give them one, but I'm just trying to be respectful of the talent on that team.
Okay.
But I think that the Nets will still sweep them, but I'm okay. Gentlemen sweep because I respect them.
Yeah, and
I think it can easily be sweep.
And that's where I'm going with it. I think I'm respecting the Wizards. That's what I think it is. You know, what's your take?
I'm not respecting the Wizards. I'm respecting.
That's what I mean. Westbrook and Beal. That's 100%.
I feel like the Wizards will give you 2 good games, but Brooklyn will still take it.
Yeah.
So I'm going Game 6.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
All right. So with that being said, who, as far as the top brackets go, if Wizards play Philly, I think Wizards will pull it out, whatever. But for the majority, I say Philly will pull it out no matter who they play, right? Right? Am I correct, Freezy?
Yeah,
Philly will bring it out. So we're going to go with Philly versus, majority of y'all say Hawks will pull it off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with Philly versus the Hawks.
I was so okay.
You said what?
I was so with that one.
Yeah, but for the most part, Hawks.
Yeah.
So Philly versus the Hawks. Who do you like in that matchup? I'll go with you, Freezy.
I'll say Philly and 6. You'll be surprised.
Okay.
From what I've seen, I think they're fully healthy. Philly and 6.
Okay. I think Philly can pull it out in 6, whatever. With their size, that'll be a problem for the Hawks. That's what I think.
I have Philly in 5.
You have them in 5? Okay.
I gotta agree with that too.
Philly in 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And
remember, they got some size too.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do, but I think.
But it's all about. I think it's if they're hitting their shots because this team can shoot.
Yes.
If they're hitting your shot, it's gonna be tough.
Yes. I just think that Philly is a better overall defensive team.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
If they lock down Atlanta's perimeter in the game,
and granted they got Capella, but you're talking Embiid. You're talking Embiid, and you're talking Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm like, and I think they have another. Tobias Harris is decent size, and remember too, they do got Seth Curry who could shoot too.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I gotta give it. I guess since Philly got the first seed, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. That's what it really comes down to.
Boils down to.
Yeah, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because they're the first seed or whatever. Okay, so majority pick Milwaukee over Miami, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then we'll go with Milwaukee versus the Nets. How do y'all like? For me, I think Nets will sweep Milwaukee. I'm sorry. I think Nets will sweep Milwaukee.
I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I think it'll be a close game. It'll go to Game 7 and it'll be up in the air.
It'll be a close 4 games.
It'll be close. But I want to say Nets in 6.
Nets in 5.
Nets in 6. Yeah, Wallen right now.
Man.
Yeah, Wallen.
I like them. I said that they're gonna give the Nets the best shot, right? And that's a legit one game. They're not gonna probably steal that game. They're probably gonna win that game outright. That's it. Remember when I said the Wizards? I said they can barely get that one game.
Yeah.
This team will probably get one game off the Nets, but it'll be Nets in 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly see the Nets sweeping them, man.
A sweep?
Yo, I am not bullish on Milwaukee, man. Maybe as the playoffs go and I see them do their thing, I may have a different. But as of right now, I just don't trust them. I feel like
because Giannis got the help, I think he'll bring a whole different level of game.
I hear all of that 100%. I'm just not sold on them.
They still gonna lose.
Yo,
but
I can see 7. 7 is too much.
I would give the Hawks a game against Brooklyn than I would Milwaukee. That's how much I'm not sold on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sold on them, man. I don't know.
I feel you, but yeah, like, cause to me, like I think the 2 games that they played gave them a little bit more confidence. But I felt that to me, it's like James Harden was playing, it would have been close.
Yeah.
But they got confidence by beating us. That's the problem. If it would have been a split, I would have went with just as that's a sweep them. It would have been a split. But the fact that they got that bit of confidence, just the fact that we can handle it. This is what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. I think they could probably just win one game outright, where it's like not a close last shot. Probably beat them by like a confident 9 points. Like, they brought it down to 9, whatever.
Yeah. All right. So that's gonna bring us to Philly versus the Nets. If Philly play the Nets, I say the Nets take it in 6. I think the Nets will take it in 6 games.
Agreed. 6. Nets in 6.
Yeah, I feel that way too. No, actually, you know what? It'll go game 7. Nets will take it, but it'll go game 7. If it's a healthy Philly and they come in strong.
What do you think?
Because the NBA's gonna want to see it. They're gonna make sure the calls go to them.
Yeah, and them refs is gonna be on every call.
Bruh.
Like you even breathe on somebody, they gonna be like foul.
People act like the refs don't dictate all this, bro.
I'm telling you,
they run the world.
What do you think, Freezy?
Despite all that, 4.
4?
Oh,
sweet.
Yo.
The way you feel about the Bucks is the way I feel about the
Bro, I feel like I was telling my man the other day, man, I want the Nets to go in here and Wendy's this whole tournament. He's like, what you mean? I said 4 for 4, baby. You know what I mean? But I don't really think it's going to happen, no, real talk.
Like I said before on the first take, as long as they penetrate their bigs and suck the D in, good to go. They're good to go.
You got me again. I'm writing it down.
They're good to go.
This is if I was a coach, this is what I would do. I'm telling you this. I would make Embiid guard the pick and roll all game until they can really stop it.
Yep.
Get him tired. Run him down, and then now it's like take him out of the game. You're not worried about Dwight. Dwight out here a bully trying to get technicals. You ain't worried about him.
The only
reason Blake on him.
The only reason why I'll give them 2 games is because they can score in the paint. They're real good in scoring in the paint. That's the only reason I give them 2 games or whatever. But if the Nets take it in 5, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like I said, I think Philly really prospered because of the regular season. That's what I think. And teams couldn't really clamp down and scheme against them. That's what I honestly think.
That's why I don't believe in them. Like I said, I get all the Philly games on here, it's like a regular Nets game.
Yeah.
I've been watching their games. I wasn't impressed. So if we can shut down Embiid, you guys can't really help him. I've seen Danny Green play. I've seen Steph play. No. That's not going to beat the Nets.
Yeah.
That's not going to beat the Nets.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you can get Embiid tired, get him in a pick and roll with James Harden, dude, he's not going to have enough to finish the game. Mm-hmm. We got to worry about when I saw them play, when they played the Nets, they had DeAndre Jordan guard him. He did a decent job, but I'm looking at, you know what? This cannot be the strategy. They didn't double Embiid at all. They just let him go one-on-one.
And you know what I think, too? If Nets went small ball on the defensive, on the offensive end, they would wear out Embiid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Take out Blake. No, even if you didn't leave Blake, but if you did take out Blake, now you got Jeff Green and KD. Let them double and be whatever if they need to. Everybody just help double. Have them be guard these guys in a perimeter. Kyrie is gonna go to the lane. Kyrie's gonna cut. Bruce Brown's gonna cut.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna try to double KD. Let KD just pass the ball out to him, or let Harden put Joel Embiid in a pick and roll and tire this guy out. Do it like 6 possessions in a row and tire him out.
Wear him down.
Here's a question for where did JaVale McGee go?
He's with actually the Suns.
He's back to the Nuggets.
Suns or Nuggets?
Hold up.
Yeah.
I think he's the Suns.
If Nets would have had
McGee
on their team,
yeah.
if you guys had McGee, oh man.
McGee would have been a great
because he's
addition.
an agile big man. You get what I'm saying?
Great.
Very agile big man. So you talking he can run up and down. With the
Nah, he gotta be
squad.
in the Nuggets. He's not on the.
And I would have liked them. Yeah, and I would have liked them against the Lakers.
Yes.
He ain't on the squad.
Even against Philly.
See, this is fair. I'm saying I want a different strategy.
Yeah, okay.
I want to wear and beat out.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Rather than play their game.
That's true. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. All right, so that means that pretty much for the finals, we would have, what was it, Denver versus Brooklyn, we said?
No.
It was Clippers, yeah. Clippers versus Brooklyn. Clippers versus Brooklyn.
Or the Suns. No, it could be the Suns versus the Knicks. I'm just saying.
Just saying. I got to throw it out there.
So we'll go with the two scenarios. Brooklyn versus Clippers. What do y'all think? How many games and who's taking it?
Brooklyn versus Clippers. Home game for Brooklyn. I say they're gonna let it put on a show. Brooklyn in 7.
Brooklyn in 7.
They're gonna put a show on. It's gonna be Brooklyn in 7.
What do you think?
I'm sticking with that too. Brooklyn in 7.
What do you say, Freezy?
Brooklyn close 5.
Close 5.
The Clippers can't close 5.
If it goes, in order for Clippers to take it, it have to be in game 6. If it goes game 7, it's Brooklyn hands down. I think Brooklyn will take it hands down. But take those scenarios out of it, I think Brooklyn will take it in a very close 5. Like I'm talking down the wire where Clippers is like fighting for their life to like push for a 6th game. Yeah, to push for a 6th game. But I think Brooklyn will take it in 5.
But I think the thing is, it makes the matchup easier. Like Nash can't blow this.
Yeah, yeah.
If the matchup is so easy, you don't gotta worry about Zubac. You shouldn't worry about Zubac. Yeah. They're gonna take him out the game quick. Like, you know what, Zubac, you can't play because it's like they're gonna have Serge at the 5, and you can match him up with Blake Griffin.
Okay.
And then it's like everybody else, go ahead. Y'all 5, it's 5-on-5. I'm telling you, it's gonna be entertaining. Definitely gonna be entertaining. Yeah. It's gonna be a close 5. Brooklyn takes it. We have to parade.
So what if it's Brooklyn versus Denver?
Brooklyn versus Denver.
If it's Brooklyn versus Denver, I'm picking Brooklyn in a sweep.
I'm saying
that's just my opinion.
I say. I agree.
I say it's Brooklyn in a sweep. If they had Murray,
5.
Okay, it would be different.
I give him 5.
Yeah, if it was Murray, I'd think different. What do you think, Ray?
I feel like they give you 1 game.
You think 1?
1, yes, but still Brooklyn come out. So okay. I'm gonna say.
Because even to come out of the West like that, and you don't, and see, they won't have home court. The Nets will have home court.
Yeah.
You know what? That is Denver. See, the Mile High. After that, I'll give them that because of the Mile High. Maybe the altitude could mess with the Nets 1 game.
1 game, that's what I'm saying. They give you 1 game.
Only because of the altitude. Other than that, no.
Yeah. All right. So we all got. So for the West, we got the 2 options between Denver and the Clippers. Mm-hmm. So let's just say for the sake of argument, if Brooklyn don't come out of the East, what other team do you think would come out of the East?
The Knicks.
For sure.
Guaranteed fact.
You guys know where my head's at. I think it will be Miami that'll come out of the East if it's not Brooklyn.
If it's not Brooklyn, it's Milwaukee.
It is Milwaukee.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very honest.
Milwaukee. So basically, we're all saying that the team that beats the Nets is the team is coming out of the East.
Okay.
Because it's either gonna be Milwaukee or Miami.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Philly going to the finals, no matter who comes out of Milwaukee. Yeah, whoever comes out of between Milwaukee, Miami, and the Bucks, we're not gonna say Wizards or Celtics because that's a no-no. Like, unfortunately, that's the But out of Milwaukee, Miami, and Miami, that's pretty much who we're saying would come out of it. Okay.
Yeah,
because Philly, I don't.
If Milwaukee beats the Nets, 76ers ain't got no chance. That's it. They done.
All right. So there we go. So
real quick,
okay.
About the question here people talk about our New York teams. What would have to happen for this season to be a bust for both teams? Granted, Vegas gave only 22 wins to the Knicks, but they far exceeded that. And at one point in the season, you had to reevaluate how you look at the Knicks. You couldn't say, they're saying this one last time. No, because they're out here winning games.
Okay.
And good ones. So you had to reevaluate them. So what can happen to the Knicks and the Nets that will make you say, you know what, this season was a bust?
If Hawks sweep them.
Yes.
Okay.
If Hawks sweep them, that's a bust.
Agreed.
If Brooklyn don't make it to the Eastern Conference Final,
yeah,
I say it's a bust.
Yeah, or if one of the big three gets injured.
Well, if
one of the big three get injured, that changes everything. That to me, that's a different dynamic or whatever. Now, with that being said, even if one of their big three get injured and they get taken out in the first round, to me, that's no bueno.
Yeah, still no bueno.
That's still no bueno.
Me, before Harden joined the squad, I said they got to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Have to.
Yeah.
But now that Harden is here,
you figure the finals.
They have to make it to the finals or bust.
Even
if they make it to the finals and lose to the Lakers or whatever, it's whatever. It will suck, but it's whatever. It's not a bust season.
I'll give it to the Eastern Conference Final. The only reason because they didn't have enough time to play together to gel.
Makes sense.
So that's why I'll give it to the Eastern Conference. Now I know for you guys Nets fans, y'all be like, yo, what the hell? Y'all still be mad. But for me, I'm like, the fact that they didn't really play a lot. They only played 8 games. You get what I'm saying?
Games, yeah.
So if they went to the Eastern Conference Final, I wouldn't see that as a bust because it's like just the other team just had time to gel more.
Yeah.
The chemistry.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
What about you, Freezy?
All right, so the Knicks don't matter. It's not a bust. Congratulations.
What did he say?
He said Knicks not a bust. Congratulations, they made it to the playoffs.
Oh no, yeah, and the fourth.
It cannot be a bust. Yeah, it cannot be a bust.
But okay, go ahead, continue.
I'm saying, cause really, what did you expect? Like, even if you get swept, with the Nets, when the Nets made to the playoffs versus the Sixers.
Yeah.
We won one game. I was happy. I'm like, wow, we overachieved.
Oh yeah, if we win one game, I'm happy with that.
Yes, but I wouldn't say it was the best season. We didn't expect that.
I wouldn't say it's a bust, but if we have to pick a bust, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, change the word. Disappointing.
Yeah.
Not that one winner.
Yeah, not to say it's a bust. Yeah, not to say it's a bust, but if we had to pick a bust, getting swept, that would be the bust.
If you got to pick something to happen that would make you say, you know what, the season was a bust.
Yeah.
Because like I said, of course, I was just like everybody else. I didn't expect anything from the Knicks. They overachieved big time. But so midway through the season, I no longer looked at them as bum-ass Knicks. I had to change it. I didn't say they were great, but their level of play...
They're respectable.
Yeah. So it's like... Because look at this. People were getting excited. Like, a lot of the games they won. They won some good games against good teams who had star players out. Okay? Multiple star players out. Or they'll beat...
I looked at that schedule.
or they'll beat a team... Or they'll beat a team, like a lowly team... like Orlando or whatever, and then they talk big things about it. I'm not saying any NBA win is a win, but at the end of the day, you're beating up on a couple teams that are minus their starters, and then you're beating up on teams that you're supposed to beat. Mm-hmm. There are people at the bottom with you. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? So it's like how, and then on top of that, everyone else, all the main teams had tons of injuries for months at a time, and you're at number 4. If everyone else is pretty much healthy, as the Knicks were healthy, will the Knicks still be in the 4 seed?
They would probably be in the play-in game.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Correct. Because I think that they had a lot of momentum because they stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all that carried them throughout the season, and like they wasn't missing games for. I don't believe they're missing games for COVID.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
the only person who was missing games was Derrick Rose.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one who was missing.
And he came like what?
Mid-season, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
he had a rhythm.
That was a big. That's what made them change course. In all honesty,
that was a big.
That was what made them change course. In all honesty,
and Thibodeau made it happen.
That's a super upgrade. He got rid of Austin Rivers and he got Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Major upgrade.
But okay, so as far back to you were saying as far as the bus for Brooklyn, what would be a bus in your mind?
Okay, so I get the point that you're saying about the about
Eastern Conference,
the big three not playing together. But as much talent that you gotta make it to the finals.
Yeah.
Not win it, but you gotta make it to the finals because in your first year we can give you that, but you gotta get out the East. Because to me, there's no real team that should be stopping you. It can't be just Embiid and Simmons. Simmons can't shoot to save his life. Like, come on. And you got one guy in Milwaukee who's a real threat. Everybody else is role players. They're not superstars. You have 3 superstars. You got to get out the East. If this was the West, if they're playing West teams, then that's a different scenario right there. Somewhere it's like, you know what, you could kind of get the West is tough, but the East, no. You guys should run the East.
That's what I'm saying. They should definitely run the East and make it to the finals. Now, what happened in the finals is whatever.
Yeah.
But if they don't make it to the finals, it's a complete bust, and the New York media is gonna eat them alive. Eat them alive.
You think so?
Yeah. If they don't make it to the finals?
They would.
What? Because everyone's rocking with the Knicks anyway. Like,
remember what they did to Jeremy Lin? Think about that.
Boy.
Jeremy Lin, Insanity was hot and they raped the shit out of him.
You know what it is? It would be more so.
That was my boy.
Since people are trying to make it, this is the Knicks. This is the Knicks town, whatever. They would really put it to the group to try and talk bad about it.
That's what I'm saying. So, I've literally heard.
Right now, they're waiting just to just because they're the ones. Those people who run the article, those are Knicks fans. They're the ones who run those papers, and they were the Knicks fans. They're waiting for this.
Yeah.
I've literally heard people say the Nets can win 3 championships back to back to back. They can three-peat. Yeah. And they don't care. It's still a Knicks town. They're like, but the fans,
not that big.
They said the fans respect us more. I'm like, if that's not the biggest hypocritical thing, because in sports radio and sports period, they always say there's no such thing as what's the word? What was that? There's no, not consolation prize, but moral victories. Yeah. There's no moral victories, right? But what they're saying right there is basically a moral victory. You're saying your little sister team could three-peat, but you only care that you have more fan base. So now you're gonna lift your hands like, we got more fans, y'all. We got more. They got rings. They got the chip. They got trophies, right?
See, that's another thing too. Yeah, I forgot to touch base on that. By the time he's the conference final, I think. I think Spencer will be back. That's another problem.
You think they've been practicing, off camera?
Of course they've been practicing
with Spencer.
I've been sending you those clips.
That's part of rehab. That's part of rehab.
You can't tell me. I know it was the first couple of games and it was preseason. Didn't that team look like a well-oiled machine? It's like, damn, Spence, how come we not scoring? But he was dishing. Yeah. I'm like, yo. And this is before Harden. Oh, yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, so now Harden sits down, and you got Spencer coming, even like that, just like Mike James. You see how the effect he has?
Yeah, Mike James.
So imagine Wayne in that position as well. I'm like, man, go ahead, come try to stop us. We're gonna run circles around. I think that's what they should do, is speed it up. I think they should speed it up.
Unfortunately, I think they're gonna keep Mike James. And when I say unfortunately, I like him. You know, they signed him for the rest of the season, and I would think they're going to re-sign him. But I think the reason I say unfortunately, I think it's because they see the writing on the wall, and Spencer's not going to be able to stay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
because
I'm talking about this season.
Yeah,
he said he wants to be a starting point guard.
Yeah, because to make this happen, these guys, we got the big three for like another 2 years or whatever the case may be. So they're gonna have to get them help, and nobody significant is coming off a contract, so you're gonna have to trade for them. And Spencer's definitely got to be a part of a package.
Yeah.
Do a sign and trade. I think. So you don't really need vets. We got the vets. I think we just need some young bulls to carry them throughout the season. So maybe like sign and trade to OKC, get some draft picks, get some early draft picks. You know, you don't want to wait.
That's true.
They got a whole bunch, and get some centers, some big dudes out of college. You know, work on those guys because you got everything. You got the vets. You got your point guards, you got your ball handlers, you got your wings, you got your superstars. You just need some more young cats like that coming in bruised teams like the Lakers and the Sixers and the Bucks. Like
I think.
Really, what can you afford right now?
I wouldn't be too worried about the Lakers. I think they got like 2 more years. I think LeBron will be out of there soon.
I expect them to be fully healthy next season, and it's going to be Nets versus Lakers. But I don't think the Lakers are good. Go ahead.
No, even though like you think Lakers will be better next year?
I think they would as well.
Yeah, because they're not healthy now. I don't think they're healthy now.
Okay.
I think next season they're gonna have like a more open schedule where it's not condensed like it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna still get the low management or whatever, but they're not gonna be playing at an game back to back like they're doing right now. Okay. They're gonna be healthy. Probably add some more pieces. Mm-hmm. And if the Nets win 3 titles, I want one to be against the Lakers. I don't care. I don't care if LeBron is dragging himself. I don't care. We'll take it. As long as say Nets beat Lakers for one of the two.
I don't know. I think this is like the start of downhill for Lakers. Yeah, I think it's the start of the down because we don't know how AD is gonna last. Mm-hmm. LeBron, he probably gonna be in the league for like 2 more years.
No, the rumor is saying he's trying to groom Curry to come over.
Oh, he's trying
ever since the All-Star game. They're saying that.
That's not happening. I know he's talking, but that's not.
Golden State will never let go.
He's not gonna leave Buddy Clay because he wants to retire a Warrior. That's not happening.
So I don't know. I know you're wishing for it, but I honestly don't think. I think the West have so many young teams that are coming up. Mm-hmm. That's just gonna be like, because let's look at it now. Granted, if Lakers was healthy, they would have been higher up in the standings or whatever. But I don't know. Like, we could say the same thing with Denver. They would have been higher up in the standings too if they didn't have injuries. We could say the same thing with Utah. They would be higher up without barring. Well, they are at the top, but they probably would have more wins, barring and if they didn't have injuries.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we would have been a 50+
yeah.
team.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I think I could be. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I think this might be.
Yeah, I think that if AD's Achilles doesn't pop, right, I just think that he needs a longer time to heal up. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking that he's going to be the same old AD again. Like, go back to that. But that's my whole thing.
But here's the thing, though. Look at it like this. If AD is supposed to be the man coming up and they're going to do load management with LeBron, wouldn't that mean that AD got to carry more of the load now?
Yeah, he would. But I'm saying, I'm thinking that he just needs time to rest his Achilles, though.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
He get bounced out, right?
Yeah.
And the season starts in October. I just think he needs more time to let it heal.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Trying to finish the season, yeah.
I see what you're saying. It would be more beneficial for him on the long term.
Correct.
Okay. All right. That's a good point. I didn't look at it like that.
Anybody got, last few questions?
Well, yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up for what teams would need to what teams do you feel would need to get over the hump or whatever. You feel AD would need more rest. For Brooklyn, like I said, I think for the sake of argument, if they don't win the championship, I think a coaching change would be beneficial for them. Yeah. I'm not keen on Steve Nash.
I'm not either.
Okay, so let me ask you this. All right, I think you said Mark Jackson. Why Mark Jackson?
Bro, I always like Mark Jackson, bro, and his mindset. And the way, first of all, you don't give him any respect for the way he built his team from the ground up. And then they handed the keys.
Well, to be fair, he didn't build it. It was Jerry West.
And they handed the keys to old boy Kerr.
Yeah, he got a raw deal, but I don't think. But see, he wasn't a saint either. But he was looking for a lot of control.
Well, technically, with air quotations, he was the saint of him being a saint was the reason they got rid of him. Supposedly, he was preaching too much. He was preaching too much.
But here's the question I have for you though, Freezy. Do you think the players would listen to Mark Jackson more as opposed to Steve Kerr?
I don't think so.
Or if you don't think so, if you don't like,
they had a relationship with Nash before he became a coach.
Yeah, Durant got that relationship,
especially KD when he was on the Warriors. So it's like, to me, I don't think that's the guy.
Okay.
To me, honestly, I didn't want Nash. I was okay with Nash, but I thought that Jacques Vaughn was the guy. I thought they could have just gave him a contract and let it roll with him. He did a good job. They kept him on board. They paid, he's the highest paid assistant in the league, right? Mm-hmm. They gave him some money.
Well, go.
I wasn't mad at Atkins. I wasn't mad at Atkins at all. Atkins.
Finish your point.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at him, but it kind of looked like the simple fact that he wanted to sit DeAndre, and I think like everyone else wasn't rocking with that. You know what I mean? So they got rid of him. You know what I mean? They brought in their people, so we're gonna let our boy play. He's gonna start.
My thing is like, even how you say Jacques Vaughn, is doing his thing. Even if they replace Nash with him, I think a coaching change would be beneficial.
You just see he just looks lost, and I thought D'Antoni would be there to really be like the puppeteer, like the hand in his back and really doing things. D'Antoni just let him rock, let him do what he wants to do.
See another thing too, it's like, okay, some deep inside, I think they playing possum. Steve Nash, think about it. Remember Steve Nash, the player. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I know now you're in a coaching position. There's some things that you do, like, why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this?
He don't want to play his hand.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like, he said, I know I could have called a timeout, but I just wanted to let him say it out. Like, you know better. You're the point guard. You should know better. You should know when to call a timeout. I gather the group. And then let's redo this again. Go out there, whatever. This is the strategy. He's letting things go. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I think he's doing it on purpose. That's what there's another thing I wanted to mention too. In the beginning of the season, right? Landry Shamet was like, this is the first time I ever played this type of defense. I've never seen anything like this before. And he was like, it's just crazy. But I've never seen them play the D. I'm like, nothing crazy. I'm like, maybe he wasn't supposed to say that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, man, there's a whole other stretch. Let's wait and see. Maybe not the first round because Celtics ain't nothing.
Yeah. We're
gonna see another type of defense. And you know what? The thing about it too, I think the Nets are gonna start pressing. For some reason, I think the Nets are gonna press. They're gonna run you out the gym and start pressing. And I'm starting to see a little bit of that in game. And you know who's ahead of that? See, the thing about I think this is before Harden came though. And I think Dinwiddie would have been a person to press. And you know who else? I keep seeing Tyler Johnson. Mm-hmm. You know he picks up his man full court all the time. I'm seeing that from him, a little bit from Shamet. And I'm like, but I don't know if they're gonna change it or they're gonna go to it. Like, you're going to say, okay, we're not going to be pressed no more? Because that's not Harden's thing. That's not Kyrie's thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm hoping, because that's Sharon, he didn't have to say that. He said, I've never seen this type of defense before. You've been in the league 3 years. 3, 4. You should see all the defenses by now.
That's
in
true.
3 years.
That's true.
And for you to say that,
Hey, playing possum is not far fetched. Remember I was talking about it earlier. I was like, yo, I don't believe a lot of these guys being hurt. Like I don't believe Harden was hurt that long. I really feel like we don't want the rest of the league to see us 3 together at the same time, because there's no way you're gonna try to come win a championship and you're gonna only allow them to play 8 times out of 72 games.
Behind the scenes, they probably yucking it up.
Yucking it up big time.
Wait, isn't the minimum requirement for a player for the playoffs is 8 games?
No, that's them on the court together.
No, yeah, I'm saying to get all 3 of them at the same time.
But I mean, in general, to qualify to get a ring.
No, because he's already on the team. We're talking about
on the team.
I think you're talking about when you get a player late to be on a playoff roster.
Yeah.
Or something.
I'm
not sure how that works, but they're doing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it got to be a certain amount of time for them to be on the sign.
It's actually the deadline for it. It's not like a game maximum for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like a certain time you have to get this player. Like if this player was on this team and he got cut, if he got cut before the deadline, he can get on the another roster.
But
roster.
if it's not, then he can't make the playoff roster, so to speak.
Yeah. And he could be on a team, but he won't be on the playoff roster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right. My last question for you guys is, what would y'all see that my team, the Knicks, would need to do to build on their this little bit of success they had this year?
Point guard.
A point guard?
First and foremost, a true point guard where Derrick Rose is not your starter. You know what I mean?
He comes off the bench.
No, but he played starter minutes.
Yeah,
he played starter minutes. That's what I mean.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you get in there with a pure point guard, and then you get yourself a real big. You know what I mean? I think that's all y'all need. I don't think I need anything else.
I think they're fine with their bigs. Like, you got all the kid, I forgot his name, but when they got hurt.
They don't got anybody cleaning.
Yeah, they did. I forgot what's his name. I know who you're talking about. That got hurt. Yeah, he's pretty good. I can't remember his name. Yeah,
who's cleaning boards? Who's cleaning boards over there in the Knicks?
Check the.
No one's cleaning boards in the Knicks.
They have what's his name?
Toppin?
Noel.
Yeah, Noel did start playing better at the end.
They got the other. I forgot. The one that's injured.
He's looking it up now.
Honestly, I really think they just need a point guard that facilitates the ball a lot more better.
Yeah, you know who's going to be available? Lonzo Ball.
Look, that's what they keep. That's another name they say. Who's going to? Oh yeah, I forgot.
Across.
That's another name they're trying to tie to the Knicks. Lonzo Ball.
Mitchell Robinson.
There you go, him.
Yeah. So they got a big. It's just he's injured. But I would agree with you. They do need a true point guard.
Yeah, facilitate the ball more.
But even if they get a true point guard, that's just gonna make them a consistent playoff team. That's not gonna push them over the hump or whatever.
That's push money.
No. Not that. Definitely don't waste the money on just signing.
No, but I'm saying, doesn't that push? Isn't that considered pushing them over?
Yeah, it is. It is.
The Knicks.
That's true.
Is there a consistent playoff team?
Well, let me actually rephrase it. What would get them headed in the right direction? So yeah, getting a point guard, I believe, yes, would head them in the right direction. Okay,
so you mean to be in the playoffs and be legitimate contenders?
Yes. Not. Of course, they're not gonna win, but to say hey, the Knicks is a team we could possibly see in the second round. Or third round. You get what I'm saying? Second round. Put it like this.
So look at them like the Heat. Look at them like the Heat.
Pretty much. Something like the Heat. That's what I'm saying. That point would guard. Definitely a point guard. And for me personally, I honestly think a better shooting guard because R.J. Barrett to me is inconsistent.
His threes have been in his...
But I don't know. I see it.
His percentage.
His growth?
I see his growth.
Okay.
They can get a second shooting guard.
I definitely see his growth.
From last year to this year, he definitely did get better.
They can get a second shooting guard and then get a
either that or a small forward.
I'm about to say another small forward to rest Randall, because when Randall's off the court, they're just going with a bunch of guards.
Because it's Randall and nothing.
Power.
He played power.
Sorry.
because they tried to draft Obi Toppin to fill that void, but nah.
No,
Nah.
Some people are calling for that man's job already.
But to me, like I like this season. No, I didn't want the Knicks to be good, but after that, I'm like, I want them to be good, and then the Nets to trash them.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Picking on a sorry Knicks team. I want them to be good, and the Nets is to trash them.
I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that because if I had a team like that I disliked, I would have the same whatchamacallit mindset. So I can't be mad at that. But yeah, I guess
it's good for the area. Like good basketball is good for the area.
What my dream scenario would be to have like between the Nets and the Knicks, like how it was with the Knicks and the Heat in the 90s. Like for both teams to be good and it just have that war,
back
like
to
that
back
rivalry type.
I think the Knicks and Pacers are a better rivalry.
You think so?
Yeah, I know the Heat. Yeah. Definitely. I like the. I don't know. It's something about Reggie.
I don't think that he ever beat the Knicks.
They did.
It's all about Reggie Miller coming to the Garden way and just.
Yeah, they did. They did.
When?
I think it was the year when Van Gundy latched onto Zoe's legs. I think it was that year or whatever. That I think I could be wrong, but I know the Heat did take them out. At least once they took them out. But yeah, the Heat and the Knicks and the Pacers was Pacers was rivalries for every team, man.
Yeah, they were.
Granted, they didn't beat the Bulls, but they gave Bulls a hard time too. Pacers was just one of them teams, man. Like, they.
Remember, they went to Game 7 with the Bulls in '98.
Yeah.
That shot Reggie Miller put up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Pacers was Jordan stopped a lot of people from getting rings, man.
Yeah. So the stats on that is the Knicks and the Heat seen each other in the playoffs for 4 years straight, 97 to 2000. Knicks won 3 of them.
Okay, so yeah, it was.
What year did the Heat win?
I'm not too sure, but I think it was the year that they grabbed that Van Gundy was on his leg because a lot of players was suspended for that series. So then the Heat took it. They took it that.
That when P.J. Brown flipped Charlie Ward.
I think that was the year after. Yeah, and then the players ran on the court.
The Heat won the first one, 97.
Yeah, I think they won the first one. I think Pat Riley came back to the Garden, and they were like, all that, that hype. Pat Riley was a coach, so. And then after that, the Knicks, I definitely know that they beat them in '99. That's when they were heading to the final.
That was when Allen Houston hit that crazy shot or whatever, but yeah. But yeah, man, this was there's definitely a good talk leading up to the playoffs or whatever. I'm looking forward to these playing games and then the playoffs this weekend. Look, I'm going to be glued to the TV on Saturday and Sunday. I don't know about you guys, but...
Listen.
Hold on, but I gotta go attend someone's birthday, but still. But I'm gonna try to Friday night. I'm giving them my Friday night. I think that's the last playing game too.
Okay. Nah, I thought the Friday night is Wednesday. It's Thursday's the last playing game.
No, I thought it was only 2 nights.
No, it's the 18th till the 21st. That's 3 days.
It's 4 days.
Oh yeah, you're right. Friday is you're right.
So that Friday night,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah.
Hold on.
The playing games.
The playing game is Clippers, Mavs, Denver, whatchamacallit, and you got Knicks.
Yes. No, it's gonna be in 4 days.
No, it's 2 days. You have a 6:30 game and a 9:00 game on
That's
Tuesday.
For the East. And then the West is Wednesday.
Oh, that's 2 games. You're right.
Yeah, and then it's going to be one game and one game.
East, West, East, West.
Yeah.
So that's 4 days. So then it's like, so that Friday, I'm going to go, that Saturday, don't bother me. Nope.
Well, when you out in your function, man, just have it on your phone, like. Streaming is where it's at nowadays.
Right.
But All right, so that's gonna wrap up this. This episode of Sports Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it because we definitely had a blast doing this, and we definitely got to do this again, man. It was definitely good chopping this up.
Of course.
Yes, sir. So again, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets and either the Clippers or the
Raptors
or the Nuggets.
First of all,
finals.
Let's get this straight. Next season is over. It's Raptor season.
Okay, let me tell you something. Hold on.
Before we wrap this up,
on that point, I'll say this now. Next season, the Nets are going for the Golden State Warriors record. They're going for it. Next year they're going for it. They're going to put the league on notice.
Not necessarily, because they automatically going to lose like 2 or 3 games when they play the Raptors.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, sir.
Bro, I'm telling you, they're going up there. Market, what's today's date? Today's the 18th.
I mean, y'all did lose to us in the regular season, so. And our team is trash right now, so like let's
wait.
Hold on. When you pulled KD out that first game,
listen, a win still a win.
I remember that too.
It's so confusing. Like the players were confused too, and the Nets were up.
Yeah.
The Nets were up. Like, what's going on?
But nah. All right. So that's a good question to end it off on. Do y'all think that the Nets will go for Golden State record next year? Do y'all think they will accomplish it?
Well, if they want it, they're going to get it, and I think they're going to get it.
Honestly, I think the Suns. I think the Suns will gun for it, bro.
Come on, man.
Record?
I think the Suns are gun for it, bro.
No. So is next year we're going back to 82 games, or?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, right?
Yeah, it's going back to 82 games.
I would hope. I would hope that they go down to keep it at 72.
Yeah, because that's beautiful, yo.
I like the
72 game season better.
I like it too.
Yeah, but yeah.
Space it out.
Yep. But yeah, do you think they would hit that Golden State if it's 82 games? Do you think they would hit that record?
And what's the record again?
It was 72-10.
No. That's the Bulls. 73-9.
Yeah, 73-9. You're right. Yeah, 73-9.
So
that is a lot.
I think
that is a lot.
Coming off a chip, I think everybody's swag is multiplied. Shannon, all these role players are gonna multiply. It's like when one of the big 3 or 2 of them are out, it ain't gonna mean nothing. They're just gonna be too confident.
You don't think they might? You don't think?
I don't think they're gonna make it, but I think they could be close.
Okay.
No,
I don't know, man. I don't know, because I'm like, yo, that's a hard record. I wouldn't put it past them because that is a talented team.
75 and 7.
But to only lose 8 games,
75 and 7.
No, but to lose only 8 games, I mean, we didn't see it with Golden State, so anything is possible. But that's
May 18th, 2021. Crazy Haiti States. Exactly. Brooklyn will be 75 and 7.
All right. I'm gonna see if this happens. Whatever. Like I said, they are definitely a talented team, and I could see them, doing the 72-10, maybe 73-9, tying it, but 74-8. We'll see.
No, not 74-8, 75 and 7.
75 and 7. Okay.
Okay.
I think 69. That's it.
I could give them the 72-10. I could give them that easily. I could give them the 72.
The thing about it, I think every team is getting a little bit better. You gotta remember when the Warriors were doing it, nobody was playing that style. Nobody was shooting threes.
That's true. Because they took the league by storm with that style. Like it was different.
Yeah,
so now everybody's shooting threes. So now that's like the equalizer right there. Where a bad team could shoot you out the gym.
Put it like this. Now go on.
So I think they'll come close. I think it might not even matter to them. It might not even matter to them. So I think it'll be in the high 60s.
Okay,
I think like this.
Makes sense. That's why I said if they want it, they're gonna get it.
Put it like this. I think they'll go 70. Like they could hit that 72-10. But if they did break the record, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes. Now, it depends where they are in the season. Let's say if by 50 games the Nets are 40. They're 48-2. 50 games
I think they'll go for it.
That's what I'm saying. They're going for it.
Even if they're 50-4.
They're going for it.
I think they're going for it.
It's all about how it all depends on how they start.
Yeah.
It all depends on how they start. I'm not feeling that in their mind like we're gonna do it. If they can reel off, you see, they start off.
Let's just say 20-1. Let's just say 20-1.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, okay, it's a possibility, but then they go another 20 games and it's 40-2. I think that's when it's gonna start creeping in. Like, yo, let's go for it because it's within reach. But if they start off and it's like 20-4, 20-5, I think they're gonna be like, maybe we could get it, but I don't think it's gonna be high on their radar. You see what I'm saying? So let's see. But like I said, it's not far fetched because they're talented enough. So.
This
it is what it is.
So I was saying, just looking at this one talking about the Heat and the Pacers. I mean, the Knicks and the Pacers and the Heat. That's what I'm saying. The Pacers, I think, was more. This rivalry started back in '77. Quickly became one of the most bitter in the NBA and went through 6 playoffs together. That's what I'm saying. The Pacers. I think the Pacers Knicks was more heated than no pun intended, than the Heat.
Yeah. All right. That's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hey, stay tuned and watch them playoffs, and maybe we'll do it again when, the Eastern Conference Finals comes up.
Go Nets. Let's do
it. Don't forget to cheer on your local Knicks team.
Exactly.
Because it is a Knicks town.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd like to thank Crazy Haiti and, Freezy for being on the show. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
It's a matter